Welcome to Vibin with Ashley Live. I am your host, Ashley Live. I hope you guys are having a great weekend so far. We have an incredible show for you this evening. Tonight, my special guest is Apropos. He is a Detroit-based singer-songwriter, heavily inspired by Motown, and was on season 19 of NBC's The Voice. So I'm really excited for you guys to get to know Apropos a little bit better, and we're gonna wait for him to hang and come on in the room, and excited to have him on. So Apropos just joined the room. Whenever you're ready, there he is. Hi Jared, hi Dan, hi Colette. Thanks for spending your Saturday with us. Hello.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey Apropos, how's your night going?
Good. Hold on. I realized that I am can't see you. Hold on.
Oh, okay. No worries.
Yeah, just hold it. I just gotta turn this the right way. There we go.
I do like the space though, and there's a floating head of you behind you, which I
Yeah. This is the spot.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this little head over here, I'm loving it.
Yeah.
So
So how are you?
I'm doing well. How's your
That's
night?
good, man. Great. With my bandmate, Cove Love. We just been jamming all day, really. So,
Oh,
so after this, we're gonna get to it too.
awesome. Well, I was introducing you to the room before you came in, and I actually start each show off with a song lyric. So I'm going to share this lyric with you now that you have joined the room. From What's Going On by Marvin Gaye.
Okay.
You see, war is not the answer, for only love can conquer hate. You know, we've got to find a way to bring some lovin' here today.
Wow. Right.
And I think that's such an important song.
Yeah.
What does that song mean to you, Apropos?
Well, first off, I have a little something to show. This is a 1 of 60 Marvin Gaye action figure that was made by a very awesome company out in LA, Dogman Toys. And one of my brothers, Black Noise, he's a producer. He also DJs for like Earl Sweatshirt, and he's awesome producer.
Yeah.
He gifted this to me one night, man, and this is just really special to me. So the fact that you brought that up, that's awesome.
Can you put that a little closer to your screen? I just want to see. Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So,
Amazing.
yeah.
Wow. And you
Yeah.
said he's based in LA.
I'm sorry.
You said he's based in LA.
Yeah, he lives in Detroit, but he goes back and forth.
Yeah, very cool. So it's April, and it's International Guitar Month.
Okay.
Who is a guitarist that inspires you?
Kirk Douglas, Gary Clark Jr., Muddy Waters. I mean, so many amazing guitarists.
Kingfish.
Yeah, Kingfish. Man, that guy's awesome.
Oh yeah.
I love black guitarists. Black guitarists are like my favorite guitarists. Even when we're talking rock music, just because there's so much blues influence. So
Definitely. Bring us back to your childhood and how everything got started. Who inspired music, and how old were you?
you said who inspired me to do music?
Yes.
My mother, and my brother. My mother has been singing in church for years. So I think probably like the first time I ever heard someone sing was probably my mom. And she encouraged me to take piano lessons. Actually, she told me I was taking piano lessons. But yeah, I started when I was 7.
Yeah.
And I had this really strict Russian piano teacher. Her name was Miss Emma, and boy was she strict. But I learned classical piano, and I've been loving it ever since.
And you still play?
I do, and I always tell this story to give my mother props because there was at one point I wanted to quit piano, and I think I was like 8 or 9 years old. No, I was like 10, and she told me that to stick with it. And she said, when you're 14, if you want to, stop playing, then you can do it, but give it a few more years. And I had picked up drums when I was like 13 years old, and I very stupidly quit piano at 14. I do regret it because I can't, read a lot of classical music very fast. But I play by ear, which is great.
Yeah.
But always listen to your mother. She knows best. I should have stayed with it.
Yes. My mom said stuff like that too. And it's like, oh, no, today, but just wait a couple of years. Like, just hang with it.
Right. Yeah. So, but I still love keys. I still love piano. I play blues. I love blues. So, yeah.
Awesome. So, how would you describe the music that you create?
Man, yeah, all types of. I mean, my main sound is like Motown. I love Motown. I thrive on it. I've learned so much from Motown. The legacy of it.
Yeah.
And I believe my sound is modern Motown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I love that because Motown is such a very classic, distinctive song, right? And all these legendary musicians.
Right.
And I love that you're still doing it and you've brought it to the forefront because, right? Like you listen to Stevie, you listen to Marvin, you listen to Jackson 5, right? And you're like, oh, that is such a fun, upbeat, like legend tune. And I'm like, that's how I feel when I listen to your music because it has that same vibe.
Hey, thank you. Wow.
Yeah. And thank you for just letting, not letting that genre of music die because it's such a beautiful time of music.
That's so important, Ashley. That's my main goal, being a musician is, I feel like a lot of people attempt to, do Motown music.
Yeah.
But I know in my heart and my soul that God has given me the gift to literally tap into that and I can do Motown, I'm not trying to make my songs sound Motown. My songs do sound Motown. My voice has that Motown soul, the shrieks, the rasp, the pain, saying that Marvin had. So, I mean, until my last days, it's just Motown. I'm going to bring that to life. We can't let that die, especially here in Detroit. Much love to everybody doing their thing.
Yeah.
But we got to bring Motown back, and that's my job. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, I think it's so important because I wish there were more people that were doing what you were doing.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. What's your creative process like?
Well, I thought I had the right creative process until I met Allie Willis.
Yeah.
Who she wrote September by Earth, Wind and Fire. She's a 2-time Grammy winner. Her structure of songwriting changed my life. One of her quotes is just never let the lyrics get in the way of the groove. So what I learned from her is to, as soon as you hear the groove, just get in front of the mic and spit that melody. It doesn't matter if it's gibberish. It doesn't matter if you're saying blah, 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 loo, 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 lee, 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 whatever. Get that track down first and then worry about the lyrics later. So that's my process. When I'm in the studio, that's my process. As far as on stage, I just love to perform.
Yeah.
I like to move around. I like to look at, people in the eyes, in the audience. I love to just engage. So yeah, that's my process.
Yes, I love that. I like what you said about the groove though, because you feel it and then you can just go up to the microphone and you don't even have to say anything. You could just,
right.
You don't even say anything that means anything. It's just, because then you think of some of those Motown songs or some of those groovy songs, they didn't really know what they were talking about part of the time.
Right. Yeah. No, it always starts with the melody. It always starts with the melody. You worry about the lyrics later. And that's just what I learned. I mean, other people's process, obviously everybody can't have that same process, but that's what works for me, because I just like to get in the studio and just start singing that melody.
Yeah.
I also vocal produce, so I work with artists. I work with rappers, singers, and I'll write melodies for them, and they can fill in the lyrics later. It's just another gift that God gave me, is just like the ear candy, writing a great hook, writing a great bridge, something catchy.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Definitely love that. So as far as performing, I know you've been performing your whole life. You've always been a performer. What is it about performing that excites you and just moves you and drives you?
It's definitely I think feeling the spirit. I'm a very spiritual person. I believe in the universal God, and I believe when I'm using my gift, a blessing that God gives me is the feeling of almost euphoria. That's what I love about performing. I know I performed well when I get chills.
Yeah.
When I start to shake a little bit, or
Yeah.
it's like church. When you're worshiping, I played in church, drums for years. When you catch that spirit, that feeling that comes from up above, that's the best thing to me.
Yeah.
So it's similar on stage. Obviously I'm not worshiping anything or anything like that, but you still get a similar feeling because you're using your gift.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my favorite thing about performing, is just getting those chills, getting those goosebumps.
Yeah.
That's the best.
I love when music does that, when you hear a song and you just get chills through your entire body and you're like, whoa, this is
Yep. Absolutely.
awesome.
And hello to everybody.
Yes. Thank you guys for joining us. So
Hey, Mom. Hi, Mom.
Your
Love you.
mom's in here?
Yeah, my mom's in here. She actually wrote a book. My mom's book, Johari the Great, is now available. Support Black authors. My mom's a beautiful. My mom is like my rock, and she fulfilled one of her dreams. She has many dreams that have been fulfilled and are going to be fulfilled, but one of them was to write a children's book, including her grandson and my nephew, Johari. So if anybody wants to support Black authors, please just send me a DM and make sure you get a copy.
Yes, please support. And what's the name of the book?
It's called Johari the Great.
Oh, I love that. And when did the book drop?
The book came out last month.
Okay, so it's just dropped.
Yep.
Awesome. Yeah, so please, guys, send Apropos a DM. Good gifts. Just support.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
You're heavily inspired by Jackson 5, Marvin Gaye, Wonder, and countless other people. What other musicians inspire you?
What other musicians? Jim Morrison. Man, so many. You put me on the spot. I should have. Jim Morrison, Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill is probably my top 5. I got her tatted right here.
Oh, wow.
Awesome. Yeah, she's just truly an inspiration to me.
Yeah.
And to the youth. So love her. Man, like even some people around Detroit, like one of my favorite rappers, The Loopers, Danny Brown, some dope producers like Gully. Man, there's just so much talent in Detroit, so I don't know. When you ask me that, I start thinking about the people around here making noise.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jim Morrison's one of my favorite writers. I believe he was one of the best poets to do it. As far as range vocally, Freddie Mercury. As far as DJs, Cove Love, DJ Holographic, Des Andres, Black Noise, so many people. I'm gonna put you on some Detroit stuff. I'm gonna put you on some.
Send it over to me. I'm always looking for new music, new DJs, new producers, because we can't know everybody, right?
That's right. That's right. That's right. We all got to support each other. That's one thing I want to change in the city is, everybody should be liking each other's posts, sharing, going to shows. You know what I'm saying? If we do that, then, how can we not succeed?
Exactly. Yeah, I think it's so important to support one another because this playing field is big enough for all of us. And yes,
It is.
Support, do live streams, show love to people and musicians that you love.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Who would you most like to collaborate with?
Like artists that are still here?
Dead or alive.
Or anybody?
Anybody.
I'm sorry?
Dead or alive, anybody.
Oh, Marvin Gaye, 100%.
Yeah.
I feel like, actually, I won't even say, Allie Willis actually said that I'm the next Marvin Gaye mixed with Otis Redding. So,
wow.
When she said that, I just, I always wanted to be the next Marvin, but she kind of put the stamp on it. So that's what I live by. I just try to, just like my father, lives through me, as a man, as his, son, I believe that musically, Marvin Gaye, lives through me. And, I can back that up with, my songwriting and, vocal performance. So 100% Marvin Gaye. I wish I could either go back and work with him, or I wish he was, still here.
Yes, I would love to see that. That would be phenomenal.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I know you discussed this a little earlier, but I want to talk about your love of Motown and how it's influenced your sound. So talk to me about how that sound has influenced your current sound.
I would say the past 5 or 6 years, just living in Detroit, living here. I grew up in a suburb called Farmington, and my music was all right when when I was out there, but I just get that when I moved here to the city, I just got all those feels, and actually just learned more about Motown. Like I had always I've always been appropriately obsessed with Marvin Gaye and his life, but when I came to Detroit, I really just came became knowledgeable about Motown and how it began, and how Berry Gordy's story, just being a black man with a dream and having it come true. So I really think the legacy really motivates me, really, and that's what brings the sound out. If you know what you're talking about, then your content is going to succeed. So it's the legacy. This one black man had a dream and a vision, and he brought it to life and changed so many artists' life in a great way. So
love that. What is your favorite song to perform?
Of my own, I really like performing Wishful Thinking. It's a really important song to me. It's a song about divorce. A lot of people go through it or have been through it. And, me and the songwriters, when I was out in London, Dave Benkel, we were just talking about, he was talking about his childhood and how, moving and, new, not living with your mom, not living with your dad every day.
Yeah.
We just had some similarities, and, that song just, really touches me, So I think that's my favorite song to perform. And it's a ballad, I like slowing things down, especially at my shows.
Yeah.
And as far as my favorite song on the actual album, not just performing wise, I would probably say A Song is probably my favorite, because I wrote that for my mom.
Yeah.
Who I love. And also, I need everybody's prayers out there for her, please. So yeah, that's probably my favorite song on the album. A song.
So actually, before you said what your favorite song was, she put a song, my favorite, and then you said,
"Oh yeah."
I don't know if you saw that.
Oh shoot, no, I didn't see it. hey again, Mom.
It was awesome. It was like so in sync.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
In November, you were on season 19 of The Voice. What made you? I heard it through the grapevine by Marvin Gaye for your blind audition.
What made me?
Yep.
Oh man, you know, just I had to do some Marvin.
Of course.
Because I don't know, I just say, and it's nothing disrespectful to The Voice. You know, we've had our differences, but I was just always looking at that show like, man, like I don't see people really paying homage to soul and Motown, you know. So I just wanted to change the game. Unfortunately, you know, I had a vocal injury, and it didn't work out, but God is good, still blessed.
Yeah.
But that's one of my favorite songs by Marvin Gaye.
Do you think you would try out for another show like that? If not The Voice, then maybe something along American Idol, any of those other shows?
Absolutely not. No.
And why would you not want to try back out?
It's just a little bit too much reality for me. I didn't expect the B-roll stuff and, you know, walk over there, stand real quick, and then walk in this room and, you know, kind of make a strong face and like all that like acting stuff. I just really wanted to show my voice. And also, what else? I don't really see the benefit, I guess, really, for artists like me, you know. Much love to everybody who, if that's your dream, you know what I'm saying, that's fine.
Definitely.
But that show like that just doesn't really benefit me. It seems like they kind of put you in a box. And, you know, I want to be outside of the box. And, you know, telling the people who are in the box, like, yo, come over here, man. Be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Step out. Do your thing.
Yeah.
So, no. Respectfully, no. And, you know, there was a chance to go back. And I decided not to.
Yeah.
But.
Well, thank you for being so honest about that, because I do have a lot of people on from other music reality shows, and everybody has a different take on it, right? So it's good to hear your take. And I've actually heard other people say, yeah, they made me walk down this hallway like different times, and it was so awkward.
Right. Oh, Doc. Hey, my homie Dogman Toys just joined. Yo.
Oh, the guy that got you the Marvin Gaye doll?
Yeah. No, he created this.
Oh, he created it. Oh my gosh.
Created this.
Perfect.
I'm gonna hit you up, man.
Love it. So what surprised you about your time on The Voice?
The fact that they didn't tell America that I had a vocal injury. My vocal coach knew, the executive producers knew, the coaches knew after I performed, because I told them, you know, while I was on stage. Yeah, they just cut it out. They cut that part out. So that was I was just surprised by that.
Yeah.
Much love to Blake though, because Blake Shelton, I would say he was the most sincere.
Yeah.
You know, he really, looking in his eyes and literally him saying, yo, we messed up. Like, if I had known your voice was injured, we still would have picked you.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I was just surprised that like the executive producers or the producers didn't you know, include that.
Yeah.
Very surprised. I mean, because I thought we was cool. Like, you know, you're there for like a month and a half.
Right.
So I'm kicking it with them. You know what I'm saying? They're talking to my family. We're doing all this stuff. And it's just like, why would y'all not just tell America that, you know, he had a vocal injury? I'm very surprised by that, Ashley.
Yeah, that was.
But it's okay. You know, I'm not.
That's totally messed up.
Again, if anybody from The Voice is, hey, I'm not
Yeah, no, no, no.
Don't come after me. I'm just.
No, we're
I'm
not.
just,
We're just being.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying if somebody hears this or sees this or watches it, I'm not coming at NBC. I'm
Yeah.
just answering the question, truthfully. I was just surprised that y'all didn't, you know what I'm saying, that they didn't just, tell America that my voice was injured.
Yeah. And I think that's stuff because it's like they have all the content and footage and then they piece it together to write their own narrative, right? And
Right.
a lot of things out and it's like, oh, they didn't show this, they didn't show that, they didn't say that. And that would have been such a huge part because then the people watching would have known.
Exactly.
What artists or genres of music have you been listening to during quarantine?
A lot of country.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of Oscar Peterson.
Mm-hmm.
What else were we listening to over quarantine, Cove? Shoot.
House.
Oh yeah, a lot of house music. Sad. I was watching more like TV and movies during quarantine than actually some music. That's sad.
Bruiser guys. Royce.
Yeah.
Royce.
Oh yeah, Z dropped that. Yeah. Yep. Royce. Z dropped that Arugula. Or not Arugula, but oh man, forgot the name of the album. What else was I listening to? A lot of Kendrick.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually listening to a lot of Kendrick during quarantine because when after the whole George Floyd thing, I kind of just got in like the old hip hop mode, just like angry at the world.
Yeah.
So I listened to a lot of To Pimp a Butterfly. That's one of my favorite albums.
Yeah.
So I was listening to a lot of that. I actually wasn't making that much music during quarantine.
Mm-hmm.
My homies were. Like everybody at Libra House, they were working on a release, like T Good and Mitchell and everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just all over the place with music, so I can't really give you too many specifics. But
no,
I listen to a lot.
I like to know what people are listening to during quarantine because it's like, oh, did you go back to like the 70s and listen to like people's first albums? Or you said country, and I was like, oh, like it's interesting because it gives you this time to listen to a lot of things. Like, oh, you might hear somebody new that you like, or you might, like I said, go back in the 60s, 70s and be like, oh, I'm going to listen to all of this person front to back.
Yep.
What country music are you listening to?
I like Jimmy Allen.
Mm-hmm.
I like Blake. I like Kane Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I just wanna be cool again, cool again, cool again, like we were last summer. Won't you again, you again, you again? Yeah, actually, I remember that mixtape. I was into a lot of that during quarantine.
Uh-huh.
I love country. Like I always, my friends think I'm joking, but I want to release a country album one day.
I think you should.
Yeah.
Just to say you did it.
Yeah. So, yeah.
What song do you wish you wrote?
Say it one more time.
What song do you wish you wrote and why?
I really wish that I wrote L is for Learning. It's a song by Marvin Gaye off of In Our Lifetime. It was his last album with Motown Records.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things he says is the artist pays the price. And, I feel like a lot of, people may not realize. Because I don't like saying, oh, man, people don't realize, that's dismissive. But
yeah,
I feel as if a lot of people may not realize that, an artist of that stature, it really is like a sacrifice. They're giving up their life. They're giving up their privacy. They may have to do some things that, they don't necessarily want to do, but their label wants them to do.
Yeah.
And that's just a really important song. I feel like it's something that I probably would have wrote if I was, platinum selling artist. It's a very honest song. Like
Yeah.
Marvin Gaye is just really being honest in that song.
Mm-hmm. And that's so important because when you as an artist write an honest song and you're truthful and you speak your truth,
Mm-hmm.
they resonate with you more.
Yeah.
And that's so important. And I love that Marvin does that, but you also do that. You always are walking in your truth.
Thank you. And there's more coming too. That's what's so great. I just writing over the past year, even these past few months, just been kind of digging a little bit deeper. So.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. We're really excited to hear your stuff. So I know you said earlier you love performing, you love the energy you get from the stage. How has this past year been for you, going from performing with bands and live audiences to just kind of being stuck indoors?
Well, in the beginning it was tough, but then I just buckled down and just was like, okay, it's just time to, because I write every day,
mm-hmm.
but during the quarantine, I was just like, all right, I just got to step this up. Just went into writing mode. Just went into writing just more about everyday situations, like a phone call that I had, or something funny that, you know what I'm saying, somebody said, or, you know, a woman that, you know what I'm saying, I'm, you know, maybe just starting to talk to or something like that, you know, just small situations I just started writing about.
Yeah.
So that's what kind of kept me sane during quarantine.
Mm-hmm. Now, was it just like a journaling, or was it these could potentially be new songs?
So I don't journal. I just write in my phone or my pad.
Yeah.
And I also do voice notes for melodies.
Nice.
So if I'm feeling something or hearing something, I'll just, you know, sing it, you know?
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of your favorite venues to perform at?
Well, the Shelter's dope.
Mm-hmm.
I had a residency at Detroit Foundation Hotel for a while. That was really nice.
Mm-hmm.
And I really just, honestly, I really just like playing at parties.
Yeah.
So yeah. I like Shelter, Tangent Gallery.
Mm-hmm.
That's in Detroit. So yeah, there are a few.
Mm-hmm. So what's coming up next for you? Shows, live streams, collaborations, singles, albums? Talk to us.
So just was featured. Shout out to Danny Brown and like the Bruiser Brigade. I was just featured on Big Wolf's album.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of my favorite rappers in Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
He really just has a really dope like talking with melody style that nobody does. Like you can't really compare him to anybody. So I was featured on 2 songs on that album. Some dope producers like Rafi, Knowledge, and coming up, I'm just working on an album with all those guys. Just, you know, trying to find a dope like R&B type sound mixing with hip hop. Yeah. So there's a lot of dope writers over there, right? So, you know, when my homie BMO brought me over there. Just started vocalizing and you know, just kind of dipping in with, you know, different hip hop type sounds. And, you know, came to the point, it was like, yo, we got to put something together. So that's what I'm working on. It'll probably be maybe like September, October time.
Okay.
So that's studio stuff. As far as performing, July 16th, I'm actually happy to announce this. I will be performing at a George Clinton tribute. So I'm very blessed for that. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be with Don Was and Amp Fiddler. So happy to be like handpicked. I'm going to be performing 2 songs with his band. And, you know, for George Clinton to see that and be able to witness that, I'm just super honored. And also just being in front of Don Was, I mean, he's he's a CEO of Blue Note, and one of my favorite jazz artists, Kurt Elling, is signed to Blue Note, and yeah, it's crazy, it's crazy.
I love that.
July 16th.
Yeah, July 16th. Can you just say the details for everybody in the chat?
It's at the DIA. It's gonna be live streamed, so unfortunately you can't be there.
Aw.
I'm gonna, I'll probably bring my peoples,
Yeah.
a few people. But yeah, just look up for further info. And Delisi from WDET is gonna be, informing us about, when we can get a link and, what's it called? Flyer, e-flyer and all that stuff. So I'll be letting y'all know.
Yes, July 16th. Save that date, guys. That's when the live.
Yeah.
What's the best advice you've ever been given?
Never let the lyrics get in the way of the groove. Allie Willis.
Yes.
To make a long story short, the song September, she and Maurice White had a 1 a.m. deadline, and they had every lyric in the song written except for the body part.
Yeah.
And she was begging Maurice, like, Maurice, we have to put lyrics at body. People can't just say body. And Maurice White was just like, Allie, we got it. It's good.
Yeah.
And she said she got down. She said, she called me AP. She said, AP, I got down on my knees, grabbed Maurice's thighs. He had the best thighs in the world, by the way. Grabbed his thighs and said, Maurice, please, can we change the lyrics? And they didn't change the lyrics, and now that's one of the greatest songs that went in the Songwriters Hall of Fame.
Yes.
So, I mean, imagine if, like, think about it. Like, imagine if they put, like, sunshine, da-da-da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't fit, The body just fits. And that's what she's, never let the lyrics get in the way of the groove.
Oh, such great advice.
Yeah.
What would you give to other musicians during quarantine?
What would I give?
Yeah, what kind of advice would you give to them?
Oh, just keep writing. Keep trusting in God. That's pretty much it.
So for everybody that's watching right now, plug all of your social media channels so people can follow you.
It's just Apropos Music all across the board. APROPOS MUSIC. Hit me up. I follow back.
Yes. So how can people watching support you as a musician, Apropos?
If you want to bless my Cash App or something like that, just send a little blessing. It always helps. Which is also Apropos Music. Or just send me a note. If you have like a prayer request, or you know what I'm saying, you just want to talk, you're going through something, or you just want to say hey or have a conversation, hit me up. Yeah, anything, any of those things. Yeah.
Love it. Well, that's all the questions that I have for you, but you're going to perform for us.
Yeah, let's do it.
Take it away.
Yeah. We'll back this up a little bit.
Leave it that way.
Is that
Go ahead, see.
we'll do cool with that first.
Okay.
And then back it up too a little bit just so we can see the RC505. Hold on. There we go. We'll do cool with that first.
Cool. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The song's called Cool with That. Let me show you how hard it is to be like this. Can you feel it now? Try to run with what to do. It ain't cool with me. And I still don't get why you try to call me every single day, sometime fast. And I swear I won't get that message you leave, that message you leave, that message you leave. Oh, sure that I wish we could forget that, but you just wanna go back. Go back, baby, I ain't cool with that. I'm not cool with that. Hey, 'cause you don't really give me high anymore. No, I don't want nobody I'm responsible for. You shake it all that you want, baby. Show me what you got. I ain't coming back. I ain't coming back. Oh, and I still don't get why I hate him. Oh, every single day. That message you leave to me, yeah. Come on. I don't wanna shoot that. We can forget that. You just wanna go back. Go, baby, I ain't cool with that. I'm not cool with that. I but you just wanna go back. Baby, I ain't cool with that. I ain't cool with that. I don't wanna shoot that. Shoot that. Oh, yeah. Give that. You just wanna go back. Go back. Baby, I ain't cool with that. I'm not cool with that. Thank you.
That was awesome. Thank you.
Fix this real quick.
Of course.
Thank you, everybody. This next song is called Wishful Thinking. So now it's time to make up your mind who stays. If you got other plans, please say, back up and go back home. I just need a while on my own, but they'll need one of us. Yeah, they'll need one of us. So why you got to go playing around? This ain't the love that we first found. Folk keeps calling sick of the sound. He keeps calling sick of the sound. So why you gotta make me cry? It's only gonna take more time. I keep catching you drinking and smoking. Ain't no point in all this wishful thinking. So why you gotta make me cry? This empty house that we're living in, I'll keep it shut, won't let you in. Like a kid's playground, dirt on my skin, on my skin. I called you backing out the driveway, cigarettes still burning in your ashtray, like a traveling show. you got to go play around, round, round. This ain't the love that we was found, 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 found. Both keeps calling, sick of the sound, sound, sound. Yeah, it keeps calling, sick of the sound. Ooh, yeah. It's only gonna take, day more day. Oh, get you drinking and you smoking. Ain't no thought about this yet. So now you gotta make me cry. It's only gonna take more time. Oh, I keep catching in the smoke. Ain't no God on this, wish they thinking.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Amazing job. Guys, give it up for Apropos. Please put some hearts in the chat for him. And can you say your Cash App or your Venmo again?
Yes, Apropos Music, APROPOS Music. All across the board, Twitter, Clubhouse, Instagram, all that stuff. So thank you.
Want to come a little bit closer to
Yeah.
the camera now? Guys, if you have any questions for Apropos, please feel free to put them in the chat below.
Oh, no, that's good. They can see it.
Your niece and nephew said you killed it.
Oh, thank you. That's my brother T. What's up, T? Yeah, everybody go follow my boy. And hello to all the family, all my people from from Clubhouse, which has been a blessing to my life. A lot of people have, helped me with success there.
Yeah.
My mom, you already know I love you, Mom. And yeah, just everybody. Appreciate y'all.
Love it. I'd love to talk about your time on Clubhouse.
Yeah.
Talk to us for people, because there's people that know Clubhouse and there's people that don't know Clubhouse. So I guess talk to those people that don't know anything about Clubhouse.
Clubhouse is an audio only app, so it's pretty much it's just like a 24-hour podcast. You can just go into different rooms and talk about different things, whether it's current events, politics, music, movies. I co-host a prank call show, which is pretty cool.
Oh, cool.
Where we just call and prank people and have fun.
Yeah.
And I also do a trivia game show where I do a Barack Obama impression. And we talk to, different celebrities join. Tiffany Haddish, Amber Rose. Shout out to The Rundown who puts this all together.
Yeah.
And if y'all need an invite, I got you. So.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
If you could perform anywhere, where would you perform?
I would love to just perform in every country in Africa. That'd be great. I've been to Kenya, Tanzania. I would love to perform there.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
You could learn another instrument. Which one would it be?
Guitar. I'm so lazy with guitar. Like I don't know. I need to step it up. I think I do want to play guitar. So that's my answer for that. I got to step it up. I have a guitar here, and I just never play it. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it's time.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I got to get serious with that.
Now, you said you have this prank phone call show, and you said something about Obama. Did you say you impersonate him?
Ashley, when we're talking about impressions, I believe you have to make a lasting impression. And, I'll tell you what, that guy, Apropos, he can really blow. He can really, that voice is phenomenal. And you being such a lovely interviewer, I just want to say thank you for your time.
That was incredible. When did you start trying to talk like Obama?
I've been doing impressions since I was a kid. It's funny, like anytime I like go visit my family, they talk about how like my dad did the same thing. So once I heard that, which is really crazy, like you would think, like how does that work? Like, hereditary wise, like how is it that, I never even met my pops, you know what I mean? Like he passed away when I was young, but he used to do the same thing with impressions. So I guess when I heard that when I was little, I was just like, all right, I'm just gonna keep doing impressions. And I think, well, as far as Obama, I think probably his like first term, I just locked it down and just started doing it.
I love it. What other impressions do you do?
I do a lot of people that I know personally, which is cool. Man, gosh, as far as like celebrities, a few, none that I want to do right now.
Sorry, I
Yeah.
didn't put you on the spot. I just didn't know you did Obama impressions, so I was like, hey.
Yeah. Yep.
I love it. What's your next song going to be about?
Probably about a woman, maybe. Either that or about how we never know when our time's up. I've been thinking about that. I wrote a couple things about that just because after DMX passed away, he was just dropping gems.
Yeah.
He says a lot about how, try to live your life, the best, because you never know when it's going to be, I wouldn't say taken away, but you never know when the Lord's going to, so
Definitely.
I would say it's between those two. Those are two things I've, been kind of writing about.
Yeah. R.I.P. DMX. That was, whew,
yeah. No, rest in peace.
That was definitely a loss. Like I remember when he first came out and he was everywhere. You couldn't go anywhere. You couldn't go in your car. Yeah. Like they were playing him at the school dances. Like everybody was playing. Yeah. Like it was everywhere.
Right.
You remember that?
Oh, of course. Yeah. The movies,
yeah.
All that. Belly's like one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah.
So
do you have any final words for the room, Apropos?
I just want to say much love to everybody, and just keep using your gifts because everybody has it. I come across some people who say, "Oh, I don't really know what my talent is or whatnot." Everybody has it, so if you haven't found it yet, I would just talk to. And again, I believe in the universal God, so I don't want to say talk to God, but whatever higher power you believe in. Because there is a creator, I would say, start opening your mouth and asking for guidance, because everybody can be great no matter what. So those are my words.
Definitely. And you can also talk to people around you, because sometimes people in your family and your friends can see stuff in you that you don't see in yourself.
That is very true. I agree with that.
Yeah, I think that's so important to have good people around you. And they're like, oh, well, we think you'd be good at this, or you're so funny to go into comedy. And sometimes, like, we can't see that within ourselves.
Yeah.
100%. Well, I just want to say thank you so much for coming on Apropos. You are incredible. We had such an incredible, honest conversation. Thank you for sharing your music with us. And guys, if you don't already, please make sure to follow Apropos. Please make sure to go to this live stream in July, and the new music is coming out. When did you say? August, September?
Yep.
Awesome.
We're working on it now. So
yes, stay tuned. Follow Apropos, and please make sure to follow me. I am Ashley Live. This is Vibin Live, and I have incredible musicians just like Apropos on all the time. So thank you guys for your support, and we will see you next time.
Thank you so much, Ashley.
Thank you.
And rest in peace, Allie Willis.